We're live. Hello, buddies. Happy Friday, and welcome back to another episode of Decrypting Movies. We are into episode number 22, and for today's movie, I have selected this Arrival, a science fiction thriller movie, and it's a very intriguing movie, very mysterious and suspenseful, but very interesting movie. I watched it last week on Netflix, and I thought I should do a Decrypting Movies episode of this, and it's available on Netflix, as you can see. And yeah, you're watching Medley with Maddie. I'm Maddie Rawson. This is episode number 22, Decrypting Movies. Let's just jump into the episode. Let me just check my sound. And yeah, you're watching cool. With Maria. Sound is cool. So this is Arrival, 2016, Netflix. I think it's a Netflix movie, and it's adapted from a book, I guess. I'm not sure. Somewhere I read it's adapted from the book. So it's available on Netflix, and yep, 7.9 rating, 1 hour 56 minutes, ideal for any movie hangover with your friends. And what else? Yep, the popular actors are Amy Adams and Jeremy Renner, I think. So he's famous in Marvel movies, Hawkeye. So most of you would be aware of it. I think Amy Adams is renowned for acting in thriller and suspenseful movies. I think there is another horror movie, but very suspenseful. The Others, I think. So she acted in this, if I'm right. Others. Let me just check. The Others movie. Oh, that is Nicole Kidman. Both of them look alike, so I get confused. Yeah, so she's different. Amy Adams and Nicole Kidman are different, and that's a very old movie. Okay, so we will just watch the trailer now, and then let's start with the what do you say? Let's just talk about the movie.
There are days that define your story beyond your life. Like the day they arrived.
Signs of what might be called first contact. The objects measure at least.
I'm Colonel G.T. Weber from Army Intelligence. Pack your bags. You're at the top of everyone's list when it comes to translations. Priority 1. What do they want? Where are they from? You'll be reporting to me, but you'll be working with him when you're in the show.
That's what they call in the UFO.
Who's being carted off in the medevac?
Not everyone is wired for what you're about to do.
So what do they look like?
You'll see soon enough.
Every 18 hours, a door opens up. That's where we go in.
It's done. Yeah, that just happened.
What happens now?
They arrive.
They need to see me.
Dr. Banks? Are you insane?
Now that's a proper introduction.
More objects have landed around the world.
This is one of 12. I'm never going to be able to speak their words.
Got 2 days. Figure something out.
I am human. It's their language. We need to make sure that they understand the difference between a weapon and a tool. Language is messy, and sometimes one can be both.
Are you dreaming in their language? It's possible they're prodding us to fight among ourselves.
This is just a way to force us to work together for once.
It's more complicated than that.
How is it more complicated?
Russia just executed one of their own to keep their secret.
Got 21 hours.
Before they start global war.
So how do we clarify their intentions?
I go back in.
Why does this feel worse?
Okay. Similar to all other Hollywood trailers, this trailer also tells you the whole story and the whole picture. It just gives you a synopsis of what's in the movie. So let me just explain the story, walk you through it. So here it's a science fiction film, a commercial film. So your story has to be kind of tweaked for commercial elements, and here it's not much because the story is good. So they are trying to make it suspenseful. I'm sure they were trying to adapt it from book, so they were trying to retain elements, suspenseful elements from the book. So it's like she's a professor. So the whole story is about this particular lady protagonist, and she's a professor in languages. So she translates different languages, and she's an language expert basically. So we see that in this world where the movie happens, there are like 12 pods, alien pods, spaceships basically, but they look like a rice, basically a rice, pot. So it lands in different parts of the world. So one of them is in Russia, another is in Pakistan, another is in China. So a lot of geography there. So each of these 12 pods lands in different parts of the world, and she is pulled in to contact with the aliens inside the ship. So they are not aggressive, but they talk in a language mainly through symbols that no one can identify or figure out what they are talking about. So that's why she gets pulled in. And the other major protagonist is our Hawkeye. So he's the scientist, basically theoretist, I think. Theoretist, they call it. I forgot what's the role. So he's basically a scientist who's good in maths and physics, I would say. So both of them team up together, and they try to understand what these aliens want to do in Earth, and what is their plan. Are they going to attack, or are they planning something else? So what are they trying to say? And they just want to ask some questions. Why did you come to Earth? What is your plan? So that's why she is pulled in, and the other protagonist is pulled in. So they work in this base camp, and they go in and try to decode what the aliens are saying, right? So they try to decode their language. So as the movie progresses, we are shown that the aliens is almost like an octopus, and they have like tentacles through which they spray black ink, and they communicate through symbols. So protagonists basically capture all those symbols and try to decode them and what they are trying to say, and they speak back in their own language, so that even the aliens understand what humans are asking. And it becomes like a political issue, and they are trying to nuke the pods, and wage a war against these aliens. But somehow she communicates with the aliens and all other who are responsible for taking actions against these pods. So she communicates with everyone, make sure that nothing happens in the end. But the storyline is completely confusing if you're watching it for the first time. But if you observe closely, that it's a time loop basically, another science fiction factor. And this scene, if you see, I think its inspiration is from the book Rendezvous with Rama. So as they try to walk up, so the gravity is different, that they can walk on the walls. And if you see, there's a glass barrier beyond which the aliens are there, and I think they float in water. I'm not sure whether it's water or some other liquid. So that's why the aliens are there. But behind the glass, before the glass is where the humans can stand and look at the aliens, and they try to communicate daily. So they arrive at a particular time, and you need to be there at that time. So that's how they communicate with the aliens. So they learn, especially Amy Adams and Jeremy Renner, learn a lot through these sessions, scheduled sessions, and they figure out that they have come to help the humanity. And it's basically a time loop, right? So she keeps seeing things from the past, from the future, and we are also kind of confused whether it's the present or past. We think that she has a daughter, but then we realize that she's gonna have a daughter, and who's her husband. So it was predictable. These kind of storylines was predictable to me as a filmmaker, but for the common audience, it would be something, I guess, mind-blowing to watch. It's completely different from a alien movie. It's completely different from a science fiction movie. And many factors, this movie is very fresh and unique, because you see the storyline is different. It's like you are making it suspenseful by saying that aliens have landed in particular parts of the world, and they are trying to communicate basically, and this language translator and the scientist gets pulled in to get in touch with aliens, understand why they are here. So these segments form the act 1 and act 2, trying to learn what the are saying or communicating. So it's very interesting and suspenseful, but the music, I would say, made it very suspenseful, and obviously editing and cinematography also plays a part, and it's a kind of dark tone, as you can see, which gives another dimension to the movie, makes it more pleasant to watch. And yeah, you first it I thought it's like an egg when they first showed in the frame, but then when we saw more of it, it's like a rice, basically a small rice but a big alien pod. First it's in the ground, after some time it just lifts itself and it's like hangs in the sky. And after all this happens, the communication is so she gets to know that they have come basically to learn from the humanity. It's like a mutual help, right? So, and then they disappear all of a sudden. So the whole story, I would say, is it's centered around our lady protagonist, this professor, language professor. And I think it would be very interesting to watch a movie from a character perspective. And it's not, as I said, there are elements of science fiction here, but the story main is centered around this particular character. So it's like watching a character evolve and how her lives unfolds in different tenses, past, present and future, and timelines. So yeah, you can really enjoy. It's available on Netflix. You guys should watch it, and it's a good movie to hang out with your friends, and you'll enjoy it. If you like thrillers, you should watch it. If you like mystery genre, you should watch it, and if you like science fiction, you should definitely watch it. So the alien, as I said, it's not a intimidating or formidable alien. They are just kind of, so the appearance looks like octopus. So I'm really interested to read the book from actually where it is actually adapted from, because in book you'll have a lot more details and exposition, and definitely I don't want to miss this out. So I'm going to read that book if it is actually adapted from a book. So yeah, I would like to know more about the story of these aliens and the characters. Yeah, do check it out. It's a very good movie. Arrival, and as I said, the popular faces are Jeremy Renner and Amy Adams, and I think she was part of Superman's girlfriend, the modern films where she was girlfriend of Superman, Man of Steel, I guess. So yeah, I got mixed it up with the others. Yeah, do check it out. It's a very good movie, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We already got a request from one of our fans and subscriber. They want me to decrypt or just talk about Revenant. So Leonardo DiCaprio is one of my role models and inspirations, and I think it's a good opportunity to talk about this movie, Revenant. Definitely, I've watched the movie. It's one of the most sadistic, or is a very depressing movie to watch, but still he has given his performance, lifetime performance there, and he got an Oscar for that movie. So I'd like to revisit that movie again and then talk about it maybe next episode, or if we do a movie menu episode again with my friends, definitely we're going to talk about Revenant. All right, so yeah, even you can suggest me movies that that you want me to talk about, and I'm always open to suggestions. Every week I try to catch up with a movie before Friday and try to talk about some movie with you guys on Friday. So I would like to get some suggestions. I have a lot of movies on wish list, but if definitely subscribers request will be fulfilled. And yeah, do suggest some movies and we can talk about them in every Friday. Okay. And update on weekend. So I would be going out and there'll be no gaming episodes, live streams on this weekend too. I'm really sorry. Last weekend also I was out, and and you guys know that if I'm on weekend, if I would probably do 2 or 3 live streams and different games like Black Flag, Red Dead Redemption 2 and Origins, but I'm missing out all these, but these are some trips that I need to make myself to rejuvenate and continue myself in YouTube. So definitely, I'm really sorry, but we will continue the gaming streams next weekend. So after 2 weeks gap, next weekend we are going to resume all those weekend story games, and Monday probably we'll have if I can edit the videos of the trip, then we can talk about my trip on Monday, or we'll have a book episode. And Tuesday, obviously, we're going to resume Watch Dogs 2, and we're going to continue as per schedule. Thank you so much for supporting me. Once again, Arrival is in Netflix. It's a very good science fiction thriller movie. Do watch it. And you're watching Medley with Maddie. I'm Maddie Dawson. Bye bye. See you on Monday.